Hey, what's up, everybody? Bdf coming at you with another video. All right, it's all business right now because it ain't raining yet, but the rain is going to come down and it's not going to let up for at least another 3 days. So my intention is to go to Target and rush back here in hopes that I can beat it. So far, it's not raining. So yeah, it's going to be a massive storm for our standards anyway. Maybe not for y'all on the East Coast or whatever, but for us, yeah, it's gonna be a nice little storm in the North Hollywood area. So yeah, man, I'm not looking forward to that because I have to trek back and forth to Inglewood over the next several days to visit my uncle. I ain't got no car and I don't want to waste any money on Ubers or anything like that. I like to walk and all these different things. So yeah, that's not something I'm actually looking forward to. I look forward to seeing him, but not this trip. Back and forth? No, I'm not. We gonna even lie. But yeah, man, we're gonna not do that today. We're gonna stay on this side of town. Of course, we got the Lakers. That video should be uploaded for the pregame, the Phoenix Suns and Laker video if you're interested in that. But yeah, this storm is coming, man. The weather does not feel too welcoming right now, so I'm hoping I can get everything I need to do early, get it out the way, and then be in the house from there, man. But yeah, man, that's what's going on with me. Hope everybody's having a good day. Considering, we are just 2 days away from Christmas. Hope everybody got their Christmas shopping out the way. Hopefully you don't have to do it in this weather. I know a lot of people wait till the last minute. This ain't the time to do that. But yeah, man, it is what it is. Just gonna try to grab a few things from Target that I know I'm gonna need over the next several days so that I won't have to do that. And of course, taking into consideration, I'm likely not gonna eat my own food tomorrow. So that's already worked into the stock up equation. So yeah, man, I also like to get another umbrella, to be honest with you. I mean, if they have any here, they should sell them. I think that would be a wise purchase for me because the umbrella I have is garbage. It's trash. It's been trash for a long time. It's time to consider this storm. So yeah, man, that's really what's up. I wish I would have thought to done that a few days ago, actually. But it is what it is, man. Hopefully they have them. Hopefully they haven't run out or whatever. But yeah, man, that's what's up. I'm in good spirits. My body feels okay. Like I said yesterday, I ate at Sizzler, and there was some stuff in that food that I should not have eaten. As always, anytime I eat out, it's always like that. So I did not feel all that great last night. But I did everything I needed to do, got home safely, did my exercise, and this morning I feel much better, almost 100%. I'm good enough to do everything I got to do. I'm doing laundry as well. Of course, that's in the dryer right now. Just put that in, so I'm making that round. Just trying to get everything out the way so that I can be available for the rest of the week for whatever my uncle has for us to do, and just try to deal with this weather, man. Trying to keep from getting sick. Yeah, that's the main thing. I do not want to get sick. So, yeah, I mean, it's just ugly, but at the same time, it's like, hey, man, he's only in town maybe once or twice a year. So, if I can make myself available, that's a blessing. But, man, I just wish it wasn't so bad, or I wish I had a car in these circumstances, or that kind of thing. But that weather is, for y'all, like I said, in the East Coast and different places, you're probably laughing at us. But for us, it rains like twice a year, if that, man. And it ain't really rained much this year, so we're finally getting the rain that ultimately we've been depraved of. And the adjustment is drastic. When you consider just 2 months ago, we were dealing with 100-degree weather every damn day. So, it's always an extreme to deal with in the valley. But, it was some nice weather over the last, I say, 2 or 3 days. Actually, to be honest with you, for the last 2 weeks, it's really been nice weather. So, it's time for us to get back to what we know, which is extreme weather. But, yeah, man, I enjoyed watching Dave Chappelle's Netflix stand-up comedy. It took me a couple days to watch it, but I got a chance to watch that. And, Dave always stands for the right things and finds a way to make serious topics funny and educate his audience as well. He's just a really stand-up guy. So I really enjoy watching all of his stuff. I grew up on Dave Chappelle's show, The Chappelle Show, and I can't say grew up. That show probably came out when I was already 20 years old or something like that, but it was instrumental in my life at the time. And you know, seeing him take the stance that he did against just taking the bag for the sake of his ethics came at a time when it was really important for me to see that. And I don't know, I haven't given it so much thought as to all the different influences that I've had, but I can definitely say that he stood out when I look back on impressionable times in my life, seeing people take the bag to you know, sell their soul, so to speak, to get money. To see him take the stance that he did, as unpopular as it was, and all the backlash that he got from it, people calling him crazy and all this, it was really impactful for me to see him take that stance, man. Because at the end of the day, not too many do. And we see so many people selling out, not willing to talk about different things that are serious for the sake of offending people who have a lot of power, or offending their bosses or whatever. And I think, you know, him doing that and still landing on top, still being able to get these big Netflix specials and still wealthy and all of that later down the road, you can see how it plays out when you do things the right way. You know, see, you don't have to sell out. It's a safe way to assure you have security in life, but it ain't the only way. If you do things the right way, you can maintain your integrity and still earn. And so I know the gatekeepers of the world want to keep that from being the case. They want your mind, soul, and your body, as a prodigy once said. But the reality is, there's a real God in heaven who wants us to take the stances that he wants us to take, and he also wants to see us succeed in our life and live out our dreams. And he will make it possible for you to do that if it's on the path for your life. So you don't have to sell out, everybody. That's basically what I'm saying. It takes a strong person to not, but a lot of people desperately don't want to, but think it's most responsible to do so. And that is not true. That is not true. The powers that be disgrace themselves in a lot of cases with the positions they take and what they're willing to do to people. And what they have is not long for their hands, and that's really what it comes down to. Though we can't see that, the reality is what's promised is that those who do wrong will pay consequences. What's done in the dark will be seen in the light. First will be last, the last will be first. And if you believe that, if you truly believe that, then you know those who are doing wrong, who have all the power in the world right now, are idiots that are going to lose that power someday. And when they do, those who didn't stand with them doing what it is that they wanted them to do will ultimately have their legacies intact. Goodness will always bleed through. Integrity will always bleed through, no matter what it looks like right now. What you did right will be honorable in the presence of God, who controls everything, man. So that's what I want to tell people, man. You don't have to sell out. You can stand on your morals. You can stand against that for which is man's power and align with a living God. He's proven himself to me. He's real, and he will reward your courage. He will reward your courage. Even if the world condemns your courage, he will reward it. So stand firm in your integrity. It will age so much better than selling out. I don't care what it looks like right now. Right now is not forever. Right now is not forever. And that's what you live to see. If you're wise enough to live, if you're blessed enough to live and wise enough to make good decisions, you will see how things change. And as they change, you will know. Hindsight is 20/20, but a lot of times some things don't have to be considered hindsight. It's just taking the right road and knowing good things come with it, because you trust that God is going to make it so that it works out for those who do the right thing. And properly defining what the right thing is a little tricky for some of us, though. Sometimes the things that we think are the right things are things that we've been misled in regards to believing in. We prioritize some things and not others, when integrity is ultimately not found in what it is we think is the right thing. So have a relationship with God so he can steer you in the right direction. Some of us have been misguided by nonsense and evil people. Some of us have been misguided by selective humanity pushers. People who only have a heart for themselves. People who only have a heart for people that look like them or pray like them or think like them. or love like them. We do not need to be confused by their demonic intentions. They may think they've been right because they've been misled. And they may teach others because they believe wholeheartedly what they've been taught was done unjust, but it wasn't. They just misguided people to misguided purposes that lead to destruction, that lead to disgrace, that lead to regret. So that's what I want to say, man. Let's have your relationship with God. That way he can guide you away from that for which is misguided. There's a lot of us who've been raised in the dark, and we're the last ones to know. But if you keep that relationship with a living God, he will steer you in the right direction. He'll nudge you in the right direction. He will make it so that you're wise enough to listen to proper direction. You'll notice it. You'll feel it in your soul when you see it, even if it goes against what it is you were raised to believe. You'll know it in your heart when you see it, if your relationship with him is as tight as I'm suggesting you should make it. And so that's what I want to say to people, man. Look to something that looks to hold you accountable. It loves you. You know, the avoidance of accountability is a welcoming of failure. That's for damn sure. A welcoming of poor legacy. A welcoming of disrespect. And a lot of us say we love respect so much, but we disrespect ourselves when we're seen as people who don't care about others, people who don't shine unless it's just them doing the shining. They can't be pleased unless they're the only people happy. You know what I mean? It's that disgraces your reputation, which welcomes disrespect. And if we start analyzing our lives under those terms, we can start cutting off disrespect at the root. A lot of times people think the only way to gain respect is by standing unapologetic, sticking your chest out even when you're wrong. That doesn't gain respect. It does the opposite. It makes it so that you're disgraced. You look like a damn fool. Someone that refuses to grow for the sake of their own ego. You're weak. That's not strong. It's an inverted logic that often is misguided in nature. Your ego don't stand in front of you to make you strong in most cases. It doesn't. It stands in front of you as a mask to hide your weakness. It doesn't strengthen you. It just enables you to remain weak. And if we start teaching our little boys and girls that, they can start becoming better versions of themselves instead of enabling themselves to appear as if they're strong with their ego in front of them and their wisdom behind that. Put your wisdom on the forefront. If you're wrong, it's okay to apologize. If you don't know the answer, it's okay to ask questions. If you are lost, it's okay to ask for help. None of those things are weak because it requires strength in an environment where everybody's doing the opposite to stand alone. And any version of standing alone or being an outcast for the sake of your ethics or for the sake of what you believe is right requires a great deal of strength. So don't allow people who are weak and are hiding behind ego masks tell you that you're weak because you are trying to gain strength from the space of weakness. That you looking to gain strength makes you strong. Bdf 44, I thank you all for watching.